Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Scenic Historic Preservation Committee meeting dated July 27th, 20. It's 4 p.m. If we could have the committee members state their names and their presentness of the call. My name is Robert Clark. I'm the chairman of the commission. And then we have, and then Becky. If the committee members could just say their names.
Victoria Arcuri.
Who else do we have on? I forget, Vicky.
Brian Thomas or Phil Sabaro?
Yes.
Hello,
Rob, I'm getting every other word.
this is Judge Garamone. Hello,
Good afternoon, Judge Garamone.
hi, who's this?
I'm Vicky Arcuri.
Oh, okay. Well, I
Rob
was
Clark
sitting
is on the
hall
line.
in the Common Council chambers thinking that's, I kept saying, but Mike, is it going to be in the chambers? And I keep getting a yes, and now I'm in the city clerk's office, and I'm on their phone. Is the committee meeting yet?
We're just getting started, so we're gonna go ahead and start the meeting, Judge. And if you just want to listen along, and we'll call you.
Well, I'll sit here and I don't want to disconnect.
Okay, perfect.
All right, fine.
We'll
Go ahead,
lead,
Phil.
we'll lead into our first case number 01-20, 1705 Genesee Street. The applicant is John Clapper. The owner is Beth. The applicant is seeking approval to install additional signage located at the aforementioned property. They are proposing to install 2 additional signboards. The committee voted to table the application, and the applicant is now proposing a larger sign, 4x12, 48 square foot, single-sided sign. Is the applicant present on the call?
Yes.
Is Patty, is that the proposed new sign, or is that the existing sign?
That's the proposed new sign. That's what was there.
Okay.
The other sign was 2x12, wasn't it?
And this was. So he basically combined the sign. Isn't that correct?
Yeah, what's the proposal again? Will you throw that back
That's
up?
what's there. This is what's proposed.
Okay. Do we know if that's in the parameters of the codes of the city of Utica?
Yes.
It is in the parameters?
Yep, they're proposing a 48 square foot sign and 90 is permitted.
Hey, Phil, you on the call? Do you have any thoughts on it?
Mr. Clapper, can you just let them know how this is going to be erected? How's it going to stand up? What is it on? Is it on like 2x4s or something right now?
No, it's on steel. I don't know what you'd call them. They're pounded into the ground. They're like they're. Sorry.
It looks like it's resting on something.
Well, I did that to show how it would look. Those bricks at the bottom would come out, and I would attach it to the stakes. We'll call them metal stakes that are there now.
Patty, do you want to go to the first one?
Post.
So these.
Hello?
Hello. You're
Patty,
cutting
am I
out.
on?
Yes, Marnie, you're there.
Okay.
Marnie Williams has joined us, so she's one of our board members.
Sorry about that. I had trouble getting on for some reason.
Hi,
Problem.
Marnie. Yeah.
We're just
Hello.
starting case 1705 Genesee Street.
Okay.
So, Mr. Clapper, basically what we're screen, we would be using those and putting the new sign on the,
It would be below the present sign on the same metal stakes.
and then Patty, you post sign.
What's that?
And you're breaking up.
Can you go to that post sign again?
First sign?
Yeah, that one. And then just flip
Okay.
it. And then Patty, you was within the parameters of codes, right?
Yep.
I mean, it looks to me like pretty much the same sign. It's just a little bit bigger. Does any member have any thoughts?
I've got some concerns with
So
the
he's going to
appearance of it.
combine the two signs.
Came in broken up. Can you repeat?
Two signs are going to be combined.
Yeah, what we have the or screen where Vicky, you there?
Now I hear you, Rob. Go ahead.
Yeah. Do you have the sign on your screen, or are you just on the phone?
I'm just on the phone.
Oh, okay.
But I had looked everything over before.
All right. Basically what it looks like is it's the same exact sign except it's doubled in size, still within codes. That's really all I'm saying. Really be anything earth-shattering going on. I don't know if Phil, do you?
I mean, I've got some concerns with the appearance of it. I mean, to me, it looks like nothing more than some poster board on some posts. I don't know. I mean, to me, I don't think if you refer to the guidelines, I just don't see it as being compatible with the character of the historic district. If you look at freestanding signs along Genesee Street, typically they're in some landscaping. They would be on a base or some, nice posts, and even maybe with some lighting. I don't know, this to me almost looks like a temporary sign.
Excuse me, this is John Clapper speaking. I actually had this sign up when I was over on Commercial Drive and used it for 5 years. And it's plywood and it's painted. I don't understand what you're speaking about. It's not an elegant sign, but it certainly specifies what my business is all about. And there's a lot of poor people in the community that need the school. And we have financial aid, and we have done a lot to promote the school. And I would certainly appreciate it if we could get the full sign erected close to the ground.
I don't have an issue with the size of the sign, sir. I guess the biggest thing is, first off, this is a historic district, so there are guidelines that have to be followed. Obviously, some of these other commercial districts may not have as stringent guidelines to follow. So I don't have a problem with the size of the sign, and especially if zoning doesn't have an issue with it. The biggest thing is just, I mean, maybe the way it's mounted, maybe if there was some sort of a frame around it, just to keep in character with the historic district.
I could put a frame around it, yes.
Some nice posts rather than just some steel fence posts. I mean, I think would go a long way with improving the appearance of it.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
You know, some substantial posts that it could sit on rather than, and most likely wood, and that's something a little more decorative, may be more appropriate for this location.
So in other words, you want a wooden frame rather than the metal stakes?
Yeah, I think that would definitely help.
Okay, because the only part of the metal stakes you see is at the bottom, and the sign's going to cover most of that. You would only see about an inch or two of the metal post.
Mr. Clapper, I think if you look up and down Genesee Street in the historic district, you'll notice that most of the signs are framed posts that, wooden posts that hold up the sign on each side of the sign, and it becomes part of the sign itself.
Okay, I have to tell you that I'm not the one who put that up. It was Utica, Adirondack Sign Company put it up, John and his father. So I wasn't aware that that was a problem.
I'm just stating what Mr. Sabara was stating to you about the post and the framing.
Okay, I'll do whatever you want, but like I said, you're not going to see the posts anyway because the sign goes basically all the way to the bottom.
No, the sign goes to the post.
If they were at the end of the sign, you would see them. If I would refer you to the website, the city's website, and there are guidelines for the signage in there. That it might be helpful if you read through that.
It's on the application itself, Phil,
Oh, okay.
and it's on the website also.
But I would suggest, maybe look at some of the other freestanding signs on Genesee Street where they have substantial posts on either side, maybe some framework around the signage itself, potentially some landscaping around it or a base.
I can't hear a word he's saying. I can't hear a word he's saying.
I would suggest taking a ride up and down Genesee Street and look at some of the other freestanding signage where they have substantial posts on either side that the signage could be mounted from, maybe some framework around it, potentially some landscaping or a base beneath it.
Okay, I'll do that.
I agree with Mr. Sabera also. And I think it will be a lot more appealing for people to attend or to go to your school. It just needs a little bit, it needs to be a little bit more presentable and and more decorative with your business.
Okay.
It would also afford credibility rather than you just hanging your sign out there on a stake in the ground.
Well, again, that was Adirondack Sign Company did that, so I'll
Right.
talk to them and see what we can do.
Sounds good.
Well, right now I have no phone number out there. It just says John Paolo's Beauty Institute. That's all it says. There's no phone number, no website address. So right now it's nobody can contact me by looking at my sign.
I have my screen shared.
Okay, would someone like to make a motion to move it with Phil's recommendations of wood posts for the sign?
I'll make a motion.
Rob, I think I'd like to see them come back with something.
Okay.
Really, this isn't all that different than what they originally proposed.
Okay. So, so we'd like to table it then?
I think so.
In that case, are you guys willing to hold a special meeting so he doesn't have to wait a full month?
I have no
I
problem
am.
with that.
If you send us pictures of what it'll look like, as complete, I'm sure that the foreman will be happy to do that.
Okay. Mr. Claver, what they're stating is they're looking for a rent it's going to look like with wood posts along with a wood frame and landscaping around the sign. So drive up and down, you know, South Genesee Street, seeing some of the other signs, for example, and submit a rendering to me by email, and then we will set up a special meeting so that you don't have to wait a full month for the next meeting.
Okay, okay, very good.
Okay, so Marnie made that motion. Who wants the second?
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? Carried.
Thank you.
Okay, next up, we have case number 11-20, 1011. The applicant, Garamone. Mr. Garamone is looking to extend his driveway parallel to the driveway. And
I'm on the phone.
circle for an oval to pull in and pull out the same direction. Hopefully I paraphrase that right. I believe the applicant is on the line. Mr. Garamone, if you want to just kind of.
Yes, I'm on the line.
Yeah, if you could elaborate for everyone just a little bit, that'd be great.
In my application, I say, first of all, I never park my cars, and I don't like cars parked in the driveway. So you'll never see a car parked in my driveway. I'm not putting it, I don't want to put it there for that. We do have a problem, especially in the winter, or when they pile the big leaves. For me and my wife, when we drive out of there, it's some visibility on looking east on the parkway is very difficult. People are walking constantly on that walkway, and I would prefer to just back in there and see who's walking on both sides and then drive out. It's merely a safety factor for me, and also the area is the only part of my property that is rather kind of a little unsightly because nothing can grow under that tree. There's a huge tree there, and it looks kind of messy. And so I just want to pave it there. There are a couple of same paved additions on the parkway across from me on the other side of the parkway. But I would like to do this. It's just for the purpose I intended. It's not to put a car there. It's for no other purpose. I consider it a safety factor, and I would like to have it approved if you would be so kind.
So Judge, should we understand that you're suggesting you would like to create a perpendicular paved area to your driveway now that's on the side of the sidewalk closer to your house?
Yes.
Okay.
I have plenty of property on that side for that, and I purposely made it rather short because I didn't want a large piece, and I didn't want to go anywhere near the property line.
Okay. Will it be to the left, when you're facing your house, will it be to the left of your house?
It'll be to the left of my house. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I sent a picture.
Very
That's right.
good.
I sort of tried to draw a picture on the picture. Yeah. It's really it'll be very well done, and it'll be batching my driveway, and I would just feel safer with it. That's all. A lot of people walk in front of my house, especially now. My God, I'm always afraid when they're coming out that you won't see anybody or something, and children walk there. And my wife and I, and look, I did that, during when I first moved in the house. But what I was doing when I was backing in there, if it rained, I was tearing up the lawn. You know, I don't want to do that. I just want to be
Yeah.
just come
Mhm.
out, make a little turn, and see who's coming either way, walking, and also see what's coming down the parkway. They drive very fast down the parkway. I mean, you think that, well, gee, you could see the car. Not when they're driving 50, 60 miles an hour, you don't see them. And I just would feel safer. That's all. It's not for parking. It has nothing to do with that. I don't like. You'll never see my car in the driveway, or my wife's.
Blow the picture up
It's
a little
just
bit.
merely for me to make that turn out of my driveway and face the traffic, and face the people walking along the sidewalk. And I kept it rather small because I didn't want it to be a large piece.
Patty,
Is it room for 2 cars?
Pardon me?
Is it room for 2 cars? Should you decide to
No,
park there, is there
no,
room for 2
no,
cars,
there
or
is-
is there only
No,
one?
you barely can get one car in there.
Okay.
I don't care about cars parking there. I don't want anybody parking there.
Besides,
Well, obviously on a holiday we park there, but that doesn't happen very often anymore. Yeah.
besides it's 16 by 26.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, it's
Okay.
its width is about a little more than the length of a good sized car, and that's it. And I don't see how 2 cars could park there comfortably. I wouldn't. I don't contemplate any cars parking there. I don't want anybody parking
Yeah.
there.
Mhm.
We're sort of private at this age. We don't have a lot of guests and visitors. It's just a comfort zone for safety for me. I don't like drive back. I can do it without your permission, just drive on it. But when it's wet, it ruins the grass, and it's unsightly as it is. And I don't make any tire tracks in there. The plow has a little trouble turning around on my driveway. That'll help him a little bit, so he can turn around a little bit. But that's really what it's for. A lot of people walk on there, and I really get antsy coming out of that driveway. Sometimes you can't see the little ones till you get out there. I want to stop, and I want to be able to look both ways, and I want to be sure I can look up that parkway when they pile up the leaves, and if sometimes they'll fall, you'd be surprised. Those piles are 4 or 5 feet high, and you can't see what's coming down there real fast. And they're coming down pretty good. I'm not complaining about that. I'm not a policeman, but they come down the parkway pretty good.
Patty, can you blow this
Yeah.
picture up, please? Can you blow that up, please? Make it closer.
What's that?
Make the picture bigger and zoom in more.
I can try.
I'm having a little trouble hearing you. Hello?
I am too. I'm having trouble hearing also.
Yeah, I know. This is the tough way to do things. Believe me, we do this in did this in the Common Council since March. It was a nightmare, to tell you the truth.
Mhm. It's terrible.
Do you have any more questions?
Hold on 1 second. Is that okay, Rob?
Yeah, that's good right there.
Okay.
Bill or Marnie, do you have any additional thoughts?
No, being that it's on that side of the house, I have less objection to it. You know,
Yeah. I understand the judge's
I know how
concerns.
bad it is.
I do too. I don't have any problem with it. I actually think it's necessary, because not only is there a problem with leaves piling up, it's when you get snowbanks piled up that are
Snow,
5
too.
feet
Oh,
tall
you should
and
see.
you can't see.
We had some days when the snow really got piled up there. It wasn't very often lately, but boy, one day, I'm telling you, came out there, I couldn't see down the parkway, and
No.
it's scary. It's scary. I said, it's just, I don't know. It's just peace of mind.
Well, it's dangerous.
It is dangerous. And, there are a few other cutaways. There's one right almost across the street from me, next door to what's their name? anyway, the same name as the city clerk, only way to know. The house next door to them has one, a little back a little bit, but they use it for parking. I'm not interested in that.
Yeah.
It's just a safe turn.
I don't
area.
have any concerns about it.
Would someone like to make a motion to move it? Is
I'll make a motion to.
I'll make a motion to move it.
there a second?
Um,
So Phil went first. Vicky, you want to second it?
I'll second the motion.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Carried. Thank you.
Thank you very
You're
much.
welcome.
Can I hang up now?
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you,
Yes,
Judge.
sir. Thanks.
Yes,
Well,
Yes,
thank
you
you very
can.
much for your consideration.
Thanks.
My wife would be very happy to hear this. Bye-bye.
Aye.
Next up, we have
Bye-bye.
case 12-20, One Stage Court. The applicant is Ramon Collado. The applicant is looking to finish completion of painting his home at the location.
Yes.
I think actually all the committee members are aware of the property. Is there any opposition of him completing the painting of the home?
None for me. To me, it looks much better.
No.
Would someone like to make?
No. I'll make a recommendation that the home is completed as far as painting and repairs that were being done.
Is there a
Thank you.
I can second.
all those in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? Carried. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next
Okay.
up, we have case number 30-20, 2522 Jensen
Okay.
Street. Megan and Ryan McRogan, in accordance with the requirements contained with the zoning ordinance of Utica, the applicant is seeking approval for a certificate of appropriateness in order to install signage at the above referenced location. The application is proposing to replace the existing sign of 6x4 parallel to Genesee Street. The sign will have the common worker logo in white on the background and 6 areas for each tenant's business name. The business's names will have a consistent look with the same font, size, and color. McRogan design logo will be underneath the common worker sign with white lettering on black background. Would the applicant like to add any additional information to the committee at this time?
I don't think so. Just thank you, everybody, for your consideration. As we said, the posts are existing there. We actually would like to reface those, make them look much more professional, add some landscaping, and really complement the existing lovely green of the house that we have inherited.
I think it's a really sharp looking sign, to be honest with you. That's
Yeah,
Thank you.
I do too.
I might call John Paulo up.
That's what the sign should look like.
to be honest with you. Really sharp.
Yeah, Ryan actually owns a graphic design business, so that's probably why it looks so good mocked up. And Utica Sign and Graphics would be doing the install for us too.
I think it looks great.
Patty, this adheres to codes, et cetera.
Yeah.
Sorry, Phil, were you gonna say something?
I just said, I think it looks great.
Yeah, so do I.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We promise we won't steer you guys wrong.
Mhm.
Is there gonna be any lighting or no?
Yep, there's an existing light out there. We actually, I think it just needs a bulb replacement, but it does light up now. But I think we could probably get it a little brighter too.
Does any committee member have anything to add? Any thoughts or anything? Other than it looks good.
Nope, I'm good. I'm happy with it.
All right. Would someone
No,
like to?
very nice.
I'll make a motion that we approve as submitted.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Carried.
Meg, you're just gonna have to get a sign permit through codes, and you can just call them in the morning, Danny Koza or David Cardarelli.
Okay.
315-792-163.
6163, you said?
0163.
0163. Okay, great. Thank you
All right.
guys. We appreciate your time.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Next up, we have case number 14-20, 1307 Oneida Street. The applicant is Victor Stein. The applicant is seeking approval for certificate of appropriateness in order to install signage at the above referenced location. The applicant is proposing to replace the existing signage with channel set internally illuminated letters on a raceway that will read Metro by T-Mobile. The signage will be centered in the strip above the storefront. If the applicant is on the call, if they'd like to add any additional thoughts to the proposal.
Yes, I am on the call. Not really. I mean, you can see in the rendering exactly what's happening. Metro PCS is no longer. They actually changed the name to Metro by T-Mobile. And basically, it's the exact same style of sign. It's an illuminated channel letter sign. Basically going to be removing the banner, removing the old sign, cleaning and painting the storefront, the store band, the sign band, and replacing it with the new sign.
So let me get this right. The one on the right, the Metro PCS one, that's the existing?
Correct.
Okay.
Was that Phil? I didn't understand what you said. I'm
I
sorry.
was just confirming that the image on the right is the existing sign and the image on the left is the proposed new sign.
Okay, thank you. And yes, it is, right?
Yes.
And you mentioned something about repainting. Are you repainting behind the Metro PC or the Metro by T-Mobile
Yeah. So any
with the
holes,
same existing color?
any holes that are up there will be patched, and it will be painted the exact same color that's there now.
Okay.
And you said this is backlit,
They're internally lit.
internally lit?
And here's the codes.
I don't understand what it was, but maybe Patty can answer that.
What's that?
Patty, I asked you, this all is within the codes parameters, et cetera.
Yeah.
Do any committee members have any additional thoughts?
I actually like the Metro by T-Mobile better than what's there right now.
Yeah, I think I agree with Marnie on that.
Yeah.
Wow, 2 times up. Haven't helped us. Does someone want to make to approve it?
And just a quick question, you're not gonna have any banners up there like you currently do now, right?
No, that'll be removed the minute the new sign goes up.
Okay, perfect.
Okay. I'll make a motion to accept SNH case number 1420, 1307 Oneida Street, as the applicant has given us.
Is there a second?
I'll second that.
All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Those opposed? Carried. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Mr. DePerno, you'll
Thank you.
also need a sign permit through the codes department, and I believe you, your representative has contacted David Cardarelli.
Yes. Thank you.
Do you have for us before we go off? We good?
No, I think we're all good. Rob, sorry to hear about your mom.
Oh, thanks.
Yes, Rob, I'm sorry about that. I heard that too.
Yeah, well,
Too bad.
Sorry, Rob.
yeah.
She was a nice lady.
She must have been to put up with you. Sorry,
Patty, you're funny.
resistant, sorry.
All right.
I think that's it, but as soon as we hear from Mr. Clapper, I will let you all know. I'll send out the email. Hopefully
Okay.
he'll be forwarding it to me, and we'll go from there on a special meeting.
All right, sounds good.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, have a great day.
Thank you.
Thanks, Patty.
You too.
Right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.